Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Isola issue 1 from Image Comics. This is by Brandon Fletcher and Carl Kerschel. Art by Carl Kerschel and Msak, I don't know how to pronounce that, Aditiata Bidikar on letters. Now, the interior, the cover is really cool, I thought. Nicely done. The interior where the copyright information and artist names has this like tribal look to it. It's kind of cool. And then you jump in and it's just got your generic computerized Disney art. Alright, this story is about this young lady who is escorting a weird tiger somewhere, probably to get some help. Apparently the queen transformed into a tiger that has like blue and greens instead of normal tiger colors. And I think the tiger's name is Olwen. And then she wakes up from a nightmare about the tiger being dead, and they do some walking, Lord of the Rings type walking, and they avoid some bad guys and animals. And then they come across a big carcass the tiger eats because it's a tiger. And there's some hunters. And then they think they avoid them, and then they get ambushed. And she's forced to fight them, which she should have killed them a lot faster than she did, honestly, because she keeps threatening them and doing nothing. And then they chase off one of the guys. The tiger didn't kill him, and she's like, why didn't you do something? What are you waiting for? Get in there and kill something. And the tiger gives her an indignant look like, that's too good for you, being a tiger and all. So if you're trapped in animal form, come on, when in Rome. But overall, the story was okay. It was just a little slow getting started, but not bad. The art's pretty decent. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty well done. It had that kind of like high quality anime, I would call it, which I don't like anime, but this didn't have the goofy faces. It was a lot more controlled. But our problem is actually the protagonist, or as I call her, girl hero type 4, because there's nothing memorable about her other than the scar on the bridge of her nose, which usually just makes her face look weird. So she has the back knot hair with the sides shaved, which of course is a current trend in comics. So she looks like pretty much, and she's a minority on top of that. So she looks like every other generic girl hero out there. And since this is kind of a fantasy setting, they call her a witch at one point, so I'm sure she's very powerful and empowered other than just her awesome sword skills. She doesn't seem to really be at risk at any point. The tiger is, but she's not. But the whole shaved head thing, come on guys, try something new. So we don't really know anything about her. I don't really care. She's just kind of forgettable. She's not very good at adventuring because she really waits till the last minute to do anything about these guys that she knows are a problem. So, and she keeps giving away that the tiger is the queen. She keeps calling her Majesty. Like, really, you gotta work it out. Like, hey, I'm gonna have to call you Big Kitty or something for the purposes of this adventure until we get you back in form. I need you to understand that I can't keep calling you Majesty because it will get you killed. So, other than that, I don't really care about the protagonist in any way, except I know that she's the protagonist. That's it. That's all there is to like about her. We don't know anything about her. There's no background. There's nothing unique about her. She looks like every other female hero. Actually, she looks like a social justice knockoff version of the girl from The Last Airbender. Otherwise, it was a decent story. I liked it. It was just kind of bland and forgettable. We have no reason explain to us who this girl is, why she's escorting this tiger, why the queen is transformed. We have no background whatsoever to work with. That is not really helpful. Even a brief synopsis as to what's going on would have been helpful. Even vague. No matter how vague it was, it would have been useful. So I would recommend this if you're really into anime, because it has kind of that same type of plot line. Otherwise, I think the average person just isn't going to care about it. It was well done. There's not enough to go on. I don't care about the generic girl hero. Yeah, she's got her head, sides of her head shaved. Ooh, so original. Yeah, like everybody else. There's no background on anyone. I didn't feel like I connected with any of the characters because there's a distinct lack of background. For all I know, this is all that girl's fault and she deserves all these problems. So I don't know. But I would recommend it if you're really into long story form, because I have a feeling this is going to be a long drawn out Robert Kirkman style boringness. If you're into that, then yeah, this is probably for you. It's definitely got a lot of fantasy elements to it, so I'm sure that'll be appealing to some as well. I'll probably check out a few more issues to see if it picks up, but right now I just don't know where anything's going, and I don't particularly care about the protagonist. But I like the big kitty cat, so I'll pick up issue 2. But beyond that, it seems like it's okay. So I'd say it's probably worth the $4. It was pretty thick as far as page count goes, and the cover quality is really good. Paper quality in general is fantastic. It's definitely above anything from Marvel, and it was better written than anything from Marvel, so I'll give them credit on that one. But that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you like what you heard, be sure and hit like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.